Hello, I'm Anthony Fasano, Executive Director for the New York State Society of Professional Engineers, and I'm here again with our Legislative Counsel, Mark Chris. And in this legislative video update brought to you by our Platinum Sustaining members, we're going to talk about the legislation that we worked on to try to create regular inspections of parking garages, structural inspections in New York. This is one that we thought was going to go through. We worked with Assemblywoman Lupardo's team quite a bit on this, and it did go through to the governor, and then it was vetoed. We have a video that we just did previously about why the governor vetoed it. But in this video, we want to give you an update because we've been continuing to work on the bill and trying to move it forward some more. And recently sent out a letter to the Department of State that you can see below this video. But Mark, why don't you give the members an update?
Well, essentially, the governor had vetoed the legislation and recommended that the Code Council, which is made up of various code officials and also professional engineers and other related kinds of specialties. I forget exactly how many members there are, but their job and function is to help adopt a building code and related matters such as safety inspections, fire inspections, and also in this case we're looking for their guidance in terms of what kind of protocols structural inspections should follow, distinct from just a routine safety inspection and related to fire, for example. We had a couple of incidents that happened in upstate New York that really made clear that the current protocols, which are basically non-existent,
right.
It really needed to be addressed. And the legislation would have put in place a minimum 5-year cycle that would have required more frequent inspections if the conditions warranted that type of analysis. So the long and short of it is that with the governor's direction, the Code Council is now taking this topic up, and they're trying to determine whether to amend the regulations, the existing regulations that deal with these types of structures, to broaden it to include structural evaluations, or whether there's a need for legislation. And in our view, we're not gonna second guess the Code Council. However, we want to make certain that fundamental principles that we think should be applied in this area are in fact applied, and that includes the fact that number one, this is an area of structural engineering, and licensed professional engineers who have familiarity with this area should be the ones who conduct these inspections. And whether that can be done on a regulatory format, or whether we need an actual new bill, a piece of legislation to effectuate that, that is yet to be determined.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an important issue. We're going to stay on top of it. It definitely has an impact on the health and safety of the citizens of New York. There was collapses, there was almost injuries, and we will stay on top of it. Mark will continue to work with the committee and to try to hopefully get this approved in a way that we support. Thank you.
Thank you.